Hey everyone, my name is Danielle, and for my Coast of the World project, I explored the impact of shrimp aquaculture on mangrove ecosystems and the implications for the Acerradores estuary located on the Pacific coast of northern Nicaragua. Here is a look at the area of study, once again located on the Pacific coast of northern Nicaragua. I would first like to talk about the Gulf of Fonseca. The Gulf of Fonseca is located 50 kilometers from the area of study and serves as a good indicator of what will happen to the mangroves of the Acerradores estuary if development of shrimp aquaculture occurs. This was an expansive mangrove ecosystem that was exploited for shrimp ponds. The damage is so extensive that 1/3 of the area of mangroves was lost due to shrimp operations. The Acerradores estuary remains relatively untouched by the shrimp industry, but interest and investment initiatives have begun and shrimp pond development is inevitable for the area. The threat of mangrove loss can be devastating for a community. Not only are mangroves among the most productive ecosystems in the world, they protect against natural disasters, reduce storm surge, and prevent erosion. In addition to this, mangroves are an important habitat for fisheries and shellfish development. Aquaculture, also known as aquafarming, is the process of using a body of water to cultivate fish or shellfish under controlled conditions. Aquaculture requires very shallow water along the shore, making mangroves an ideal location for these types of operations. Shrimp farming requires that this area is clear, resulting in deforestation of mangrove habitats. The images to the right portray what shrimp farming looks like. On the other hand, aquaculture is a useful tool that allows us to produce sufficient resources for a growing population. Mangroves are impacted by shrimp farming in two major ways. The construction of lagoons requires mangrove deforestation. Mangroves are indirectly impacted by shrimp farming due to changes in hydrology. The infrastructure, like roads and paths necessary for these farms, can change the mixing of freshwater and saltwater, which can be detrimental to the health of the mangroves. According to the World Wildlife Fund, up to 25% of mangroves worldwide have been converted to shrimp ponds, and over 50% of all mangrove habitats have been lost since 1940. Mangrove deforestation is associated with many other environmental impacts, including loss of fisheries, erosion, and water pollution. Shrimp farming also has implications with the local economy. By restricting access to certain areas, local fishermen are restricted and may suffer financially. The loss of mangroves due to shrimp farming and other causes is happening across the globe. One of the most impacted areas is Southeast Asia. It is estimated that Asia may have lost more than 1/3 of its mangrove area between 1980 and 1990. The figure shown represents mangrove deforestation in Southeast Asia between 2000 and 2012, with the areas in darker red representing higher degrees of deforestation. As we look at the future of shrimp farming in northern Nicaragua, it is important to develop as sustainably as possible. And to ensure this, environmental impact assessment report and social assessment should be done to determine the ecological impacts and the impacts on the local community. In addition to this, restoration projects could be beneficial for replacing lost mangroves. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and here are my references. Thank you.